am I team Cole or am I team Alex? Like I'm an adult. I'm an adult. Like like I don't like it, like Jackie's 15 years old. Like obviously I don't care. I'm team Cole. Like I don't care. I don't care about them. Like I'm an adult. I'm a 25-year-old woman. I don't care who Jackie chooses. I'm team Cole. Like I don't care. Ever since the summer I turned pretty came back into my life this summer, no hyperfixation has hyperfixated the way the summer I turned pretty has been hyperfixating. I have been obsessed with it. All I do is think about the summer I turned pretty. I bought all three books and I'm halfway through the third book. It's all I think about. And right now, I'm filming this literally Tuesday, 10 p.m. And all I'm thinking about is in a few hours, I'm getting a new episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Episode 8, Jeremiah and Belly are finally breaking up. While I wait for new episodes of The Summer I Turned Pretty, because unfortunately I have to wait weekly, I thought I could watch My Life with the Walter Boys to fill the void, right? It hasn't been working. It's not a bad show by any means. It's not. Is it good? Is it as good as The Summer I Turned Pretty? I knew they weren't going to be comparable because The Summer I Turned Pretty is based off a book series by Jenny Han. My Life with the Walter Boys is based on a Wattpad. But what shocked me is how popular the show is and how much people like it. My sister actually was in the hospital recovering from a surgery when I was watching My Life with the Walter Boys in preparation for this video, and the nurse came in. The adult human with a job, a full-time job, walked in and was like, "Oh my god, season 2 coming out very soon." And I'm like, "Yeah, I can't wait." And at this point I was at like episode 6. So I was by episode 10, I found myself like looking forward to season 2. Like I like the show. I like the show. Like I want to see what happens to Jackie, to my little 15-year-old cousin. Like who's Jackie going to pick? Do I want to do makeup? I need to do something with my hands, but it's fully 10 p.m. And this makeup is coming off as soon as I'm done filming. My biggest criticism of this show is that there's too much going on. Literally too many characters. The Walters, there's 10 kids, 2 parents, Hayley's fiance, that goddamn the substitute teacher with the guidance counselor. I don't care. There's too much going on top of Jackie and her uncle. And because there's so much going on, we have no time to actually flesh out the characters, especially the characters I care about and I want to see more of. Let me introduce you to all the characters because it's a lot. It's actually hi, hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Blah blah blah. Okay. So we meet our main character, Jackie Howard, a 15-year-old girl from New York. This poor girl, oh my god. And at a school dance, she finds out that her entire family, her mom, dad, and older sister, were killed in a car crash. I thought I was tuning in to a silly little teen romance show. I beg your pardon? And then, this 15-year-old girl is taken from her home in New York and shipped off to the middle of nowhere in Colorado to live with complete strangers. The mom in the show was Jackie's mom's best friend. And she wrote in her will that when they pass, that is if they pass, Jackie is to live with her best friend and her husband. But when they wrote the will, there were only 3 Walter kids. By the time they died, there were 10. 10 Walter kids. And Jackie's the 11th. This poor girl, I thought we were here to watch a fun show. What's happening? Let's meet the family. We have the mom and the dad. What? I didn't say anything about the dad. I didn't say he was the most good-looking man in the show. Who said that? I didn't say that. And then we have Will, the oldest, who's engaged to Hayley. And then we have Cole and Danny, twins. Fraternal, I'm sure. And then we have Alex, who, to me, he looks like if Timothée Chalamet was an elf. And then we have Farkle. His name is, hold on, I have it somewhere here in my notes. His name is Nathan. I will not call him that. I will only ever know him as Farkle because y'all remember when he came out as autistic and they acted like he had a fatal disease.
I might have a type of autism called Asperger's syndrome.
You don't.
I will never forget that. Then we have Jordan the creep. I call him the creep because he films everything. Parker the girl. Benny, the baby of the family. And then there's Lee and Isaac. They're Hispanic cousins who also live with them because their dad is in the military. And let's not forget Albert the dog and a snake. And on top of all the horses because they live on a farm. 12 people in one house, including Jackie because Will doesn't live with them. And the farm they live on, hemorrhaging money. This is a fate worse than death. Like, take me back to New York. I know why Jackie left New York. It is because, one, it was in her parents' will. She had no choice. But two, after her parents died, her friends completely abandoned her. No one knew how to behave around her. So she needed a fresh start. And I honestly think living with the Walters was the start that she needed. She needed family. She needed people around her. She didn't need to be isolated. But it's so much. It's too much. The Walters could have had 4 kids. 4 kids. Like Good Luck Charlie. You know what I mean? 10 kids? The pros of this show that I really, really loved, I think the chemistry between all the siblings, all the brothers, is so believable. They're so believable to me as family. The way they fight, the way they talk to each other. I really enjoyed that. The mom and dad have such a beautiful relationship. I really love them together. And I really like the disability representation in the show. And it was subtle. They didn't try to shove it in your face. This person's this person's that. It was subtle. It was there. If you picked up on it, you picked up on it. If you didn't, you didn't. But I really like that. It was really nice. And this is the first show I've ever seen that actually talks about the real and genocidal history of Thanksgiving.
And instead of celebrating this massacre, we remember and we honor all of those who suffered at the first Thanksgiving.
I have never seen that before. Good job, Netflix! Now let's talk about the cons. The acting. The majority of the characters are very kind of surface level, is it one-dimensional or two-dimensional? I do not know. I think it's two-dimensional. There's no depth to the characters. There is too much going on. And the biggest con for me, no one seems to be taking Jackie's grief seriously. Like, no one seems to understand that her entire family died. She didn't come to Colorado, wherever they are, for funsies. To go on vacation. Her entire family died. Cole starts off like so mean to her and says some like awful things.
I want you to have never come here.
Lee spent like 5 episodes hating her for no reason.
She just got here and she gets her own room and her own bathroom?
Too bad she's not moving back.
And the girls at school?
Jackie, you're like the luckiest girl in this whole school.
Yeah, well, plus that whole helpless orphan thing.
Like she won the lottery when her parents died.
Anyway, without further ado, let's talk about the characters of my life with the Walter boys. Starting with the adults. Tara, the guidance counselor. When I tell you, you could not pay me to care about this woman, I mean you could not pay me to care about this woman. Why is she on my screen complaining about her love life every damn episode? I don't care, Tara, or Tara, whatever her name is. I don't care. I know she's friends with Hayley, who's an important character. I would have liked it if Tara was there to help Jackie navigate her grief. If she was like working with her every week, maybe they have like little, I know she's a guidance counselor, she's not a therapist, but maybe they can have little, little sessions to see how she's doing. Why am I watching this woman date? Like, why am I supposed to care about the fact that her little substitute teacher boyfriend is going off to London? They met. They took no time to flesh out their relationship. We just hear about how good they're doing, and then I'm supposed to be sad for her that her boyfriend's going to London, and I'm supposed to be happy that he's giving up a job opportunity for her? Sir, if you don't get your ass to London, I swear to God. She should have been with Uncle Richard. They should have set up a love story with Uncle Richard all along. She spent the entire season talking to him on the phone, and when they finally met, they had a little chemistry, they were cute, and we could flesh out their relationship more in season 2. But are they trying to set up like a love triangle between the teacher and Uncle Richard? And you want me to care? At Hayley's wedding, she was crying about her love life. Get this woman off my screen. She was giving Hayley love and relationship advice as if she's been in a 10-year-long relationship. Baby, you just met that teacher. You get this woman off my screen. Moving on to Will and Hayley. Will and Hayley are the characters I relate to the most, mainly because they're my age. They're 25 years old. And they represent the two main issues that I feel like people in their 20s go through. Will has no idea what he wants to do with his life. He went to school, he got a degree, he's not using his degree, he works as a real estate agent, he's miserable, he hates it, he's not very good at it, and he's not making any money. He wants to find a passion, he wants to settle down, and he wants to figure out his life. Hayley, on the other hand, knows exactly what she wants. She went to school, she got her degree, and she realized what she wants is she wants to be a 25-year-old. She wants to live her life, she wants to travel, she doesn't want to settle down and get married and start popping babies out. So there's a conflict. And the main thing they're trying to do is get married. And I'm over here going, Hayley, Will is holding you back. He wants to settle down and work. You want to leave and travel the world and live. She wants to live before she settles down. He wants to settle down. Like, why are we getting married? And then in episode 6, they break up. Episode 9, they get back together. Episode 10, they get married. They came to the conclusion that they just want to be together and they'll figure everything out later. I've been saying this since literally season 1, episode 1. Somebody, if only I had evidence. I was saying, because the farm is hemorrhaging money, but they have this huge, large, beautiful property. I literally said, why don't you turn it into an Airbnb or something and have people come and pay you to stay at this farm? And then episode 10, Will comes to the conclusion that he's going to use his business degree to open up like a little Airbnb, and Uncle Richard will invest in it. Thank you! I've been saying that. The issue that they had, Will and Hayley, is that he was too focused on work and not focused enough on their relationship. And now that he just got married and he's starting a new business, you think that issue is going to go away? Good luck to them. I actually look forward to seeing what they're going to do in season 2. Like, I actually like them. I relate to them the most. And now we have the mom and dad. I love them. I love their relationship. I love the story of how they met. They're such good people. They're very, very good people. But it's to their own detriment. Because you work on you have 11 kids you got to take care of. And you're not charging people for your services. The mom's a vet. People bring her their sick pets and she doesn't charge them. You have 11 children at home. The farm is hemorrhaging money. You're not charging people. You have 11 kids and no money. Who's going to college? Who's going to college? Who's going to college? Cole spent the entire season spiraling, not knowing what to do with his life because you can't afford college. They're so sweet. They keep taking in kids because the mom was adopted. It's so lovely. How are you going to feed these kids? You're not charging people for your services. What is happening? These people are angering me. These are fictional characters. What the hell's Benny going to do? He's the last one. Now, I do love the relationship that the mom has with Jackie. I think Jackie needs a mother figure, especially now more than ever. And I think it's really lovely.
I wanted to say thank you for everything.
Jackie, we're the ones who should be thanking you. I mean, you've brought this family so much.
Now, what I would have done is if I got a phone call, ring, 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 15-year-old girl coming to live with your house full of boys, I would have sat those boys down and I would have set some ground rules. You are not allowed to date her. You are practically her stepbrother. You should not be touched. I would drill that in your head. She's your stepsister. She's your stepsister. She's your stepsister, to avoid conflict. But I guess if that were to happen, I wouldn't have a show. So I love the parents. I swear I do. But it's just like, what is you have 11 children. 11 children. You're not charging people for your services. Unbelievable. Will came to you. Will came to you and said, hey, can you pay for my wedding? You can't do that. You can't pay for a wedding. You can't pay for college. You can't pay your bills. Luckily, the eldest always comes in and saves the day, because now Will's business idea will probably save your farm. Let us move on to the teenagers. Farkle. He has epilepsy. He's dating Skyler. Wow, the actor who plays Skyler. Boy, The acting. Can't act for shit. It's rough. It's rough.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm glad you like my playlist.
How did he get that role?
It's happened before. Kids have turned up just to seem woke or snap some shots for their Insta.
To be fair, a lot of the actors suck, like a lot of them, but especially him. My goodness. Team Nathan versus Team Skyler. Who's doing that? You think I'm taking time out of my day to text a friend and go, oh my god, did you see that new episode of the Walter Boys? So are you Team Nathan or Team Farkle or whatever? Songgate? I know, right? Songgate? Songgate. Basically, Farkle wrote Skylar a song and Skylar freaked out. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. I don't care. I don't care. Because after the whole epilepsy shit, Skylar just went into like caretaker mode. I want better for Farkle. A better actor, preferably. He's so sweet though. Like, he's really sweet. He's sweet. Skylar's sweet. Can't act for shit. Let's move on. Grace. So far, the vibe I'm getting is that she has very strict Christian parents, and that's why she's the way that she is. She's not allowed to date.
Guys, it's just, I had to agree to work a church barbecue tomorrow to even be here tonight, so if you could humor me.
And that's why she's like so intense about dating and boys. She's trying to live vicariously through Jackie. Are they gonna flesh that out more in season 2, or is she just gonna be like the funny character? Moving on, Kylie. You are too pretty and too smart to be hung up on Alex. He looked you dead in the eyes and said, you are pretty much a dude. I know they're gonna be endgame. Like, they're obviously, it's gonna be Jackie and Cole and maybe Alex and Kylie. I want a hot nerd for her. Alex doesn't deserve her. And hear me out though. Kylie and Cole, they had chemistry. I don't know. Erin, the mean girl act was not doing it for me. One, she needed to be a better actress and needed better writing to deliver the whole mean girl thing. Like, she is no Santana Lopez. It was not working for me, and I'm glad they dropped it. Because when she called Jackie Orphan Annie, only to find out that her own father is dead. Now, did I laugh when she called her preppy long stocking? Yes, I did. But like, the whole mean girl thing was not working for me. Like, hang it up. But what happened to feminism? And all that over Cole? You showed up to his house, Erin. You showed up to his house begging him to pay attention to you. Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing. They gave her the Troy Bolton archetype where, I don't know if I want to be an athlete, but I want to be a theater. But I can't be an athlete, but I can't do theater at the same time. Only for her to come to the conclusion that she can do both. The same thing with Troy Bolton. She has a mom who is the track coach or maybe the gym teacher, and she's putting a lot of pressure on her. And then when she was auditioning for the play, her mom guilt tripped the shit out of her. She came up to her and mentioned her dead father and said, I just want what's best for you, because we as women, we have to work twice as hard. And then Erin now is doing both. She has to work twice as hard, quite literally twice as hard. She has to do both track and theater. Unless she gave up theater. We're gonna have to find out in season 2. Now, her and Danny, cute. I like it. When he offered her a ride, I said, that's your man. And I hope we see more of that. I remember saying in like when the show first began, I was like, it'd be more interesting if we had a love triangle between twins. But now Erin, who dated Cole, is about to date his twin brother Danny. Oh, this show is messy. This show's so messy. Oh, I have to talk about Olivia. I hate Olivia. That girl never liked you, Erin. That girl never liked you. Because it's one thing for her to sleep with your man, even though he wasn't your man. It's a whole other thing to go out of her way to try to hide it from you by befriending Jackie to get Jackie to shut up and not tell you what happened. Olivia is sick and twisted. She is jealous of you, Erin. I'm talking to you like you're a real person. Olivia was a hater. She does not like you. And I'll show you a multitude of different examples where she does not like you. She's hoping for your downfall.
And the logo should be stitched on the inside, not printed. Shall we check?
And for Olivia to try to get back on Erin's good graces with that flop speech. What was that? Talking about M&Ms? You think you're gonna get me back by talking about M&Ms? All that speech did was reminding me of how good of a friend I was to you and how you do not deserve me anymore. Because how are you gonna sit there and say, we had such a good friendship? Yeah, and you threw it away by sleeping with my man. Erin is better than me. Because on that Ferris wheel, I would have started screaming, help, 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 she's attacking me. Now, I loved her friendship with Jackie. I loved her friendship with Jackie. I wrote in my notes, I love what Jackie said to her. I have no idea what she said to her. Let's see. Let's see what she said to her.
I know 100 guys in New York that would fight to the death to be your boyfriend.
I love that. But I love the bonding moment they had during Thanksgiving. For season 2, I want to see her get with Danny, and I want to see her friendship with Jackie blossom a bit more. But for the most part, I like Erin. Now, let's talk about my favorite, Danny. My sweet boy. He's so sweet. He's into theater. I love his friendship with Jackie. I think they're so cute together. I can't wait to see more of him and Erin. Now, Juilliard. Huh? He's twins with Cole. Cole is in the 11th grade, right? So Danny is going to Juilliard. Doesn't he still have a year left of school? Or is he going during the summer? And how can they afford that? Is there student loans for a summer program? Yeah, I'm confused about that. I wonder if it's just a summer program and that's why Jackie's going with him, just for the summer. Because I'm very, very confused about that. And now let's talk about our main love triangle. Oh, how I love mess. Starting with Alex. Alex liked Jackie from the jump. He made it very obvious. He was so sweet to her. He had like a love at first sight moment with her. But the thing about Alex is he is insecure and traumatized. Yes, cheating trauma is a thing. Oh, I have to talk about Paige. No, don't make me talk about Paige. I hate Paige. Let me introduce you to Paige. Paige is a peach. Did someone say peach? Stay focused. Stay focused, Hannah. Stay focused. Paige was dating Alex and then cheated on Alex with Cole, his older brother, right? In front of everyone, humiliating Alex. Yeah? And her reasoning behind it?
Like, okay, I'm sorry he got hurt, but you don't turn down Cole, Walter. Even Alex knows that.
She's a monster. Not only does cheating cause trust issues, but it can also make a person feel like they're lesser than, right? That the reason why you were cheated on is because you're not pretty enough, not smart enough, not enough in general. Pair that with an inferiority complex to your brother and having your partner cheat on you with your brother. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, to be honest with you. So when we meet Alex, he's extremely insecure. He can't trust his brother because he's thinking to himself, my brother did it on purpose. But he's also thinking to himself, I will never be as good as my brother. My brother, he's charming, he's smart, he's athletic, he's this, he's that, and I will never be better than him. And then when you introduce Jackie into the equation, someone both brothers like, he's obviously getting very, very, very competitive with his brother. What I don't like about Alex, I understand him, but he's making his cheating trauma and his insecurity Jackie's problem. Because when Cole did that whole thing at their mom's ceremony, when he ruined her ceremony, and Jackie went after him, Alex stopped talking to her for like a whole week. And then when she went to talk to him, he was like, so you didn't pick me over my brother? He was so mopey, he gave me the ick. Ugh.
So you weren't choosing Cole over me?
Ew. And Jackie constantly has to reassure him that she picked him, she picked him, she picked him. And this is the very same thing that Jeremiah is doing with Belly, okay? Because Jackie's put in a situation where she has to reassure Alex that she wants him and only him. She almost has to do it by bringing Cole down. And it's the same thing happening with Belly, Jeremiah, and Conrad. I'll talk about that when I make a video on the Summer I Turned Pretty. And now, because of what happened with Paige and Cole, he has a fear of losing his partner to his own brother, and he villainizes his brother because of it. And even though Cole claims that he did not know, he was gone for the summer, he had no idea that he and Paige were even dating. Because there's already an existing inferiority complex, Alex was not willing to hear him out. And that's not okay, that's not fair to your brother. And because he's so scared and so insecure about his place in their family, about how his place in his relationship with Jackie, he very quickly tried to like lock her down and said, I love you, only after a few weeks of being together. And he scared the crap out of Jackie. And when she didn't say it back, which I understand, one, she's 15 years old. Are we forgetting that? I think Alex is also supposed to be the same age as her, because he was in class with her. So he's also 15 years old, okay? So like, I'm not gonna sit and go, I hate Alex, he's a terrible guy. He's 15. He's 15. Why am I doing all of this setting when I know I'm taking this makeup off in 5 minutes? Now, unfortunately, I have to respect his intuition. I have to respect it, because he knew his brother. Even though he had that talk with his brother, and they had a heart to heart, and he still knew. He knew Cole would do something, and he was right, because Jackie then makes out with Cole and packs her shit and leaves. And now let's talk about Cole. The irresistible Cole. This show is trying to convince me so bad that there's something special and different about Cole Walter, that all women can't help but be drawn to the Cole Walter. There's something special and different about the Cole Walter, that all girls, Jackie, Olivia, Erin, Paige, they're just drawn to this man. He just has this special power. He's an average looking white man to me. Conrad, I can understand. Cole, I need to stop talking about the summer intern pretty. I need to move on. But Cole, when we meet him, he's in a very dark place. First of all, when he meets Jackie, he's sitting there, back arched, flexing so hard. He's like, hey. So. Secondly, he's very, very lost in a very kind of dark place in his life, because he used to play football, and he was like football pro, football champion. I've never seen a single football game in my life. He used to be a football champion, and then he had a career-ending injury, and because of that, he went into a depression. He let his grades slip, and now he can no longer get a scholarship and a full ride to college, and we know those parents can't afford shit. So his life is pretty much over. He's very lost. He doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. He's contemplating dropping out of high school, packing his shit, and just getting out of there. I understand him to a certain extent. But the show also, I think, does a very good job of showing us that when not Conrad, oh my god. When Cole goes back to like his old football ways. I put a cream over powder, and now c'est un désastre. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. That's fine. I'm literally going to take this off in 20 minutes. Like, it's fine. It's not a big deal, okay? So you know what I'm gonna do? Setting spray. Full fix. Everything. I think the show does a very good job of showing us that when Cole goes back to his like old football life, that's when he is the worst version of himself. He's an asshole. He's mean. He got all drunk at his mom's party. He's mean to everyone around him. He's lying and cheating and sneaking girls around. Like, he's not good. So I think the show is trying to set up for, look at me talking about it like it's good writing, but I think they're trying to set up for potentially Cole discovering that he's actually better off without football. See, I saved it. See? In regards to his relationship with Jackie, he was doing better when Jackie came into his life, right? He was really nice to her. I mean, he made her dinner. When they released the snake on her. He took her to a lake. He got her lunch at the cafeteria. Shout out to the hijabi. Yeah. And then they had a flirty moment in front of the fireplace, right? And then she starts dating his brother. Which is nasty work. Absolutely nasty. He's clearly starting to really, really like her. And then everything happened with Alex. And when Alex told him that he peaked his sophomore year in high school, and they got into that fight, that basically confirmed what Cole has already been thinking about himself. He already thinks he's a loser and he's a deadbeat and his career is over, his life is over. He's already thinking that. But when somebody else, especially your own sibling, vocalizes that out loud, that's what messed him up. And that is what led him to be smoking and drinking, and that's why he ruined his mom's award ceremony. That's what set him off. Is his biggest insecurities being spoken out loud, not only by your own flesh and blood, but in front of everybody else. And on top of that, Jackie immediately assuming the worst of him because she's been influenced by Alex, that it just set him off and he fucked up. And the things he said to Jackie, oh my God.
I want you to have never come here.
Well, I want my family not to have died.
Awful. Like, oh my God, it's awful. But then he has a heart-to-heart with Alex where he tells him, like, you're insecure of me, I'm insecure of you. Insecure of? Is that even a thing? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. You say I'm the better brother, you're smart. You actually have a future ahead of you. All I had was football, and now I have nothing. And they had a heart-to-heart, blah, blah, blah. But then, Jackie finds the teapot. Let's talk about the teapot. Now, you're trying to get me to care about Songgate? Let's talk about Teapot Gate. Jackie had this teapot that belonged to her sister, and then the teapot broke. And Conrad, oh my God, and Cole fixed it for her. I thought that was sweet. I thought that was lovely. And when she found the teapot, she was clearly touched. And then, she goes and makes out with Cole, making them both cheaters. But you also have to understand with Alex, it's like a self-fulfilled prophecy. You're so scared of losing her, you suffocated her, and she had to get away. You know what I mean? I don't think this show is as deep as I'm making it seem. Like, I really don't think it's that deep. Where things ended off with Cole is that he's choosing to go to summer school. I think he's gonna, hopefully in season 2, try to work on his grades and take his future a bit more seriously and try to recover from the football incident. I think he is definitely becoming a better person because even Erin said to him, like, the Cole I know would never apologize. So the being away from football is already changing him for the better. And I think we're gonna get some very moments with Jackie, but I think Jackie is his endgame. As if I care. Let's move on to Jackie. This poor girl. This poor, beautiful little girl. Oh my God. 15 years old. 15 years old. Loses her entire family. Yeah? Mom, dad, sister. Dead. None of her friends knew how to deal with her. No one knew how to talk to her. So she was completely and utterly alone, right? Isolated from everyone around her, yada, yada, yada. She gets shipped off to a whole new environment. This foreign environment, the complete polar opposite of New York, to live with these complete strangers. I think the show does do a good job of handling her grief. Because Jackie is very type A, very focused on school. When we met her, everybody was dancing at the school dance. She had a clipboard. She was running the school dance. I'm pretty sure she had an iPad. Clipboard is funnier. Like, this is who Jackie is. So after losing her entire family and basically starting fresh, she's gonna try to distract herself from everything that's going on by focusing on school and focusing on getting into Princeton. I think the show does a good job of handling her grief where we see it here and there. Like when she had a nightmare about her mom, or when she got drunk on her sister's birthday. When she had an interview for Princeton and the lady brought up her dad and she completely shut down. Also, interview for Princeton at 15? You know what I was doing at 15? I would go on YouTube and look up Teen Wolf funny moments. PLL theory, who's A? Those were the good days. I understand why she liked Alex. Because he was sweet to her. He took her to that loft, and then when he found her their own Manhattan hinge, is that what it's called? Hinge? Whatever it's called. That was the cutest shit I've ever seen. I cried. Granted, I was on my period, but I cried. That was so cute. That was so sweet. So I understand why she liked Alex, and I understand why she started dating him. But again, the show is just trying to sell us this Cole effect. She can't help but be drawn to Cole. There's something special about Cole. There's something different about Cole. And accompanied with him being nice to her, doing, special things for her, fixing her teapot. And then with Alex pushing her away and being too intense and a little too mopey for my liking. Did you pick me? Please pick me. Don't pick my brother. Pick me. I don't blame her. I don't condone cheating. I want to make that. Except with Conrad and Belly. I condone cheating very much. But I typically don't condone cheating. She made out with Cole. Cheated on Alex. And then packed her bags in the middle of the night, left, didn't say a word, and just left a letter for Alex. I can't wait for season 2. I cannot wait for season 2. Where is this show going? I love how I started doing eyeshadow just to be done. I'm done. I'm done talking about this. I don't know what the heck is going to happen in season 2. I watched the trailer. Everybody had a glow up. I think Alex might have a bit of a complex where after what happened with Jackie, it's going to mess him up. So maybe he's going to be like the playboy of the school. I think maybe him and Cole will switch roles. And Cole will be more focused on his studies and be more reserved, whereas Alex is going to be the one who's like the playboy. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. But I actually look forward to season 2. I do. I want to see what happens. Oh my god, it's 10:44 p.m. So close to the new episode of the Summer Jeopardy. So, I'll see you guys next week for when we talk about season 2. Let me know what you think of the show, if you like it, if you dislike it. Let me know what other shows you want me to cover, maybe movies. Please don't ask me to talk about the Love Island reunion. Please, I don't want to do it. I hate those people. I hate them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching if you watched this far. I'm losing my voice. Goodbye.